So the next product I'm going to talk about is a new line for us called Metal X. And the big story about this new design is a new insert for us, and it's a dual material insert. It's got an aluminum top plate with a urethane backer, and that really helps to lighten up the weight of the face, but also give it a nice solid feel. And where this product came from is that working with tour players again, all the major tours, there are some that want a firm feel. We have great feeling inserts, but there's those players at times that just want a little firmer feel that a metal face will give them. But we still want to have a lightweight face. And so what we did was went back to our white steel technology. Instead of using a steel face with urethane, we used aluminum. And I would make aluminum plates with a urethane backer to put in our existing heads so those players can have that firmer feel. And great feel, great alternative to a urethane elastomer type insert. But we want to do something a little different with this. And in this design, you'll see these ovals. And what these little ovals are is it puts an extra texture into the face. And the texture does two things. It helps with gripping the ball, and when a player comes in and strikes a ball, he'll usually hit the putt on an upswing. And so when he does that, that helps to impart topspin or overspin on the ball. And the more texture you have on the face, the more chances that ball is going to have topspin. But it also does something else. It launches that ball a little lower, which is also good in putt. It gets that ball in contact with the ground as soon as possible to help it roll truer and purer. And so that's what that texture does. The other thing it does is it reduces the surface contact that the ball sees when it hits it, and it gives it a more solid sound. So those are the two things that we did on this design. And that comes a lot with working with Phil Mickelson again. He had come to me years ago saying, hey, he wanted something that would help put a little more friction on the face. And so we did some different patterns on his face in order to give him that in a steel face putter. So a lot of that, again, comes from tour, working with tour players to come up with those designs. The other thing that we've done on all of our Metal X putters is put this black Pvd finish on it. It gives it a nice rich finish and a dull finish, so it won't be it won't give you any glare in the sunlight, but still is a really premium, high-end looking finish on this putter head. So another design we're going to have in there is a number 6 design, which is based off of our Black Series Tour design number 1 wide. It was a little wider heel toe type blade, but instead of having a double bend shaft, which that one has, we put a nice little flow, half offset flow neck on that to give it a little bit of toe hang and a really clean look. Another design that's going in there is our number 7 design based off of the White Hot XG number 7. Widely popular on tour in the smaller footprint rather than the larger footprint that's in our current white ice line. So we're bringing back that more classic smaller footprint shape. Also we have the number 8 design, and this has been used predominantly by Phil Mickelson's heel shafted classic blade based off of the Black Series Tour design number 8 and the PT82 shape. Also we have the number 9 design, which is in a lot of our lines, again inspired by Phil Mickelson, so that one's in the line. We also have the Dart design, which is from our white ice line. Still adjustable weight in that, like the white ice. We also have in the line the 2-ball design. And for this one, we've gone back to the original 2-ball shape, the original White Hot 2-ball shape, which is still being used on many of the tours around the world. So we wanted to bring that shape back in its pure state. So the 2-ball will be in the Metal X line, as well as the Rossi classic shape back from one of the original Odyssey shapes. So also in creating the Metal X line, we wanted to pay attention to this growing trend on tour of belly and long putters. Not only on tour, but in the marketplace as well. So we've added several belly and long putters to this line. The Dart will come in both the belly and long. We also have the number 7 design in both belly and long, and as well as a number 1 shape that's currently being used by Ernie Els on tour. We've decided to bring that product for the first time to our line in the Metal X line. So as you can see, we have a wide assortment of different models from standard lengths 2 belly and long lengths in the Metal X line, which I think will bode well in the marketplace to have such a good assortment of putters for you to try.